Hey, what's going on, you chimpanzee testicle smugglers? Welcome back to the Recalibration Blueprint. As always, I appreciate the love and support. Hit that like and subscribe for more solid content. Today, I wanted to bless you guys with a video emphasizing the importance of the source and the quality of the drug. Specifically, today, it's going to be about testosterone and my experience with it. And so, going straight to it, about 7 or 8 years ago, I was working at a Toyota dealership in the service department where I met people from all walks of life. And I used to talk to guys about bodybuilding, lifting, nutrition, you name it, right? On a random day, one of my coworkers that I normally didn't talk to that much comes up to me and he's like, hey man, I couldn't help to hear that you're talking about lifting and all this stuff. I have a cousin who power lifts who's on the brink of turning pro. Like, maybe I could link you guys up and he could go ahead and help you, you help him, so on and so forth. I'm like, absolutely. I got excited, right? At the point, I was completely natural, but I had been lifting already for about 5 years or so. So I end up getting in contact with him. I asked him what his recommendations were for like drugs for the first cycle, and he emphasized testosterone. And so I did a little bit of research. I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and ask this guy for testosterone anything. This was the most popular one at the time, and seemed to be the safest for a newbie, essentially. And so he gets me a vial about a week later, and I paid him. It was about maybe like $90, which is about what it used to go for at that time. And immediately, once I started examining the vial, the very first thing that I noticed was that the label on it looked fake as shit. It was like a dragon with some Japanese characters on it. It looked like you literally just printed out the label from a regular printer and taped that shit around the vial. And so that was the first red flag. The second was that the actual vial wasn't clear. It had a little tint of yellow to it. The third was that it wasn't watery. It was like a thick substance. It had some viscosity to it. And I'm just like, I thought about it, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If this is exactly what this guy's taking, he gave it to me firsthand. It's working for him. He's putting on massive numbers in the bench and the deadlift and the squat, and this guy's massive, right? So let's go ahead and say, fuck it, give it a shot. So I ordered these 23 gauge needles, these big fucking needles, some alcohol swabs. Go home that night. I prep up the testosterone and everything, and the next big fucking newbie mistake was I decided to inject on my right quad. Never inject on your fucking quad. Like a 23 gauge, when you're first starting off, that is the most painful fucking place to inject. It was terrible. Then I proceeded to inject. Immediately I felt an insane fucking burn on my quad. It was terrible. It started turning red immediately, then it turned purple, and a lump just started to form. The next day, still get up, and it was a fucking pain like you wouldn't imagine, right? I could literally barely walk. Any type of weight on that side hurt like a motherfucker. So I show up to work limping. People were asking me if I was okay, and I told them it was, hey man, it was a rugby injury that I sustained during practice last night. People believed it, it's believable. And what did I end up doing is literally the next week when I started recovering some more, I injected the other fucking quad like an absolute fucking barbaric idiot, a fucking dumbass, straight up. So what happens? Literally the same thing happens to the left quad as the right quad. Literally a bubble starts forming and like pus started coming out. And so I can't emphasize, guys, how important it is for you to make sure that your source, make sure that the quality of the testosterone or the drug that you're getting is absolutely authentic and legit. This was my first time. It was like 7 or 8 years ago, and I was naive. Literally, I didn't care going through the pain because all I could think about was how big I was gonna get, how strong I was gonna get, the libido, the sex drive, everything that was gonna come with it. I was like, hey man, I'll recover, this is normal. And then the more research that I started doing and asking guys around at the gym, then they made me realize, like, dude, that sounds like some bunk shit that you got. It doesn't sound authentic, it doesn't sound pharmaceutical grade at all. Like, what And so after the second injection, I stopped, but it lasted for about like a fucking month. And I did not get any gains at all in strength. I didn't gain any, I didn't get any more lean. I didn't gain sex drive. I didn't get mental clarity. I didn't get anything, dude. So it was some bunk shit. Absolutely, right? And this was all on me. I knew something inside my fucking soul told me, don't take it. But I still proceeded to take it. So we make our own bed, we have to lie in it. My point is, guys, if you ever get some shit like that, it's never worth injecting into your body, because immediately, if your body reacts the way that it did to me, and you see that irritation of bubble forming, you immediately should go to the fucking ER. Absolutely. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just naive. I didn't even go to the doctor. I never got checked. Thank God that I was okay. But this shit, literally, I've heard horror stories from other guys that could lead to amputations. It could lead to some other serious health conditions. So please look out for all of those signs that I just told you. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. And please leave a comment below. Let me know if there's any topic, any subject that you guys wish for me to cover or elaborate on. I am very, very interested to hear the feedback from you guys, or your stories about your first time with testosterone, your sources, and how all that stuff went. Let me know, guys.